Have a lot of coverage throughout the race as we had a look at Michelle Phillips. There she goes, 6 consecutive finishes, 2010 to 2015. Her career high, 16th, 2012. Always has a smile. I mean, she is one of the more delightful people out there.
Yeah, she's always really upbeat, and her husband Ed was
fifth
in
Yukon
the
Quest.
Quest this year. So again, they've got that advantage of having a lot of good miles and training on that dog team. Her Iditarider is Susan Kelly, who's been a rider with Michelle before. So
From the Yukon, so
Exactly.
right in the Quest finished right in their backyard, basically.
Yep.
All right,
they
at
do
the
tours in the summer too.
At the start line, a true contender, your life, Seth Olson. Check out this resume. First 3 Iditarods he's been in, 7th, 4th, and 6th.
Yeah, and he really does have this calm personality. There's kind of a legend about him in Norway where he just appeared out of the woods one day, because like, where did this guy come from?
He's a pretty quiet guy, but he did speak about his race goals for 2016.
You have 3 top 7 finishes. What's it going to take to dethrone Dallas?
I don't know. Not many people has done it yet, so we'll see.
How does this year's team stack up to your last year's?
I think this is pretty much it's a lot of the same dogs, but I got a few dogs that I couldn't bring last year that's in the team, so I think it's a pretty strong group of dogs.
He always seems to come on late in these races, too, where he's made up quite a few positions along the coast. We talk about how the coast is where the race can be won. Well, you can also increase your finish position if you don't win, and that's where he's done it in these races so far.
Yeah, and again, being maybe just a little conservative in the start. If you can get your team through those first few days and they're good, then you can really get on a roll. He's had a good season with the 3rd place in the Cusco. His girlfriend ran in one of the races with their dogs. They should be good, doing good. He's got an interesting situation with being over here on an athlete visa, too, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, so I had to do some research on that stat about 7th. Second person ever to finish 7th or better in each of his first 3 Iditarods. The only other one to do that, Emmett Peters.
Yeah.
Way back.
I mean, this guy could easily be top 5.
Yeah, he's certainly a contender.
He's really good shape,
People like Doug Swingley and Rick Swenson were top 10 in their first 3 years, but that specific stat of top 7 or better, just him and Emmett Peters, all time in Iditarod history. So a real threat, potentially, if he puts it all together.
And they said his Iditarider is Francis Lockwood, who's 10th time as an Iditarod rider, a retired teacher. Teachers are our biggest fans.
Absolutely. Well, here's another potential threat, Brent Sass. 2015 Yukon Quest champion, 2nd place in that event this year. Of course, he had the situation last year being disqualified.
Yeah, bring in the iPad. I bet he doesn't have one on his sled this year. And he's got his trademark crash helmet from his incident in the Quest. He crashed off his sled, got knocked out 2 years ago. So he's had his bad luck out of the way. Maybe this year he'll have a good, clean run.
Governor Bill Walker just shook his hand.
I just saw that on the back of his jacket.
Brent talking about his run to Nome.
Tell me about the state of your team.